Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juan Carlos Monsalve with Baccarat Research. Today is January 19, 2025. It is 6:13 a.m. Today is Sunday. Um, Today I'm going to do a video of about 30 minutes or less. I'm going to try to be short. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go over what I do with my strategies, how they work, how I keep them updated, and what I do after I finish every shoe that I play, and how I start every new shoe every day. I'm trying to play every day. I'm only recording one video every week. But I try to play every day at least. My goal is to have at least 2,000 shoes play. Right now, I'm in shoe number 188, of which I have 92 shoes that have started with player. I have the shoes that have started with banker. Those are 76. 76 shoes that I have started with banker, and with tie I have 20 shoes that have started with the tie. Um, what I do first, or actually what I do after I finish every shoe, I finish with I do the shuffling of the cards. This is the shuffler that I use. I think that is a six decks of cards that I can shuffle here. But I split the entire eight decks that I use. I finish my shoe here. I put it together with the remaining of the entire shoe. I split this information, these cards. I split them like four times, and then I start shuffling. And I try to use the same procedure every time. I'm not sure if this has any effect on the how the cards are dealt. I do this every time when I finish playing. This is the first half of the eight decks, and I keep shuffling. It may be an effect on how the shoe shuffle. I try to. I'm not sure what type of effect it may have, but this is the way that I do it, and I try to be consistent on what I do. This is the ADEX, and this is the shoe where I the shoe where I keep all the cards. I do try to imitate the same procedure that at the casino they do, and I do the real cards. I don't do AI or computer generated shoe. I cut the shoe, and I separate about one deck at the end, just as a signal that it's time to end the shoe, and I put it back here. I do this at the end of every shoe. Today I did it. Yes, I didn't do it yesterday. I played yesterday. I didn't do it because I wanted to start with this, with how I shuffle the cards. Now I go to the two spreadsheets that I use. I use two spreadsheets. One where I keep the master scorecard. This is the one that I use um, to play, to collect the data of the current shoe that I'm playing right now. I play 189. Have played 189 shoes. Um, I say that I have 188. But because I haven't transfer this information to the other spreadsheet. That's what I'm going to do now. And I added some information yesterday for those that are interested to follow my strategies. This information, I offer this information for free. I don't charge for any accesses. I have the options if anyone wants to help my channel. You can also do that. I have that information available in my website, juancarlosmonsalve.com. You can also support my channel through Cash App at $ Juan Carlos Monsalve, or through PayPal at paypal.me/ Juan Carlos Monsalve 12. My YouTube channel is at Juan Carlos Monsalve 1652. In case that you find me through the Facebook group Baccarat Research. I also have an account in Rumble, J Monsalve 32. But if you find me in Rumble or Facebook group or my regular account in Facebook, please go to at Juan Carlos Monsalve 1652 in YouTube. That's my main channel. That's the channel that I'm trying to build, to be able to one day be able to monetize this channel. I have 170 subscribers. I need to get to 1,000. And you give it a like to the video, you subscribe to my channel, you ring the bell, you share this information, you make comments on the channel, or if you ask questions, you are helping me so I can get to my 1,000 subscribers sooner. You want to send me an email, you want to ask me a question, you can do it through juancarlosmonsalve12@gmail.com. And what I did yesterday, or I've done this before, I just added a little bit more information for those that want to use my strategies and have questions like how much money do I need to start. I have in these on these shoes that I'm playing and that I'm recording, I'm using my strategies. I have one strategy when you start with player, one strategy when you start with banker, and one strategy when you start with the time. But I have three money systems here. One that doubles every 7 hands. This is the one that I'm more focused right now to verify. I have already a few shoes that I have played this strategy. This money management, I have done it before with different numbers, every four, every three, every four, trying to find which one is the more appropriate. The positive progressive and the negative progressive, those are more aggressive, where more money may be needed and the risk is higher, uh, because it can go up high, and too fast. With this one, is a more conservative, and I'm gonna talk about what are the recommendations in regards to how much money do I need to start betting. And I'm a promoter or betting, or I'm not promoting for people to start gambling. If you are not a gambler, don't start gambling. That's not my recommendation. This is for people that are already gamblers that are looking for new ways to see things. I have discovered a few things. That's why I decided to share this information with through my YouTube channel, my Facebook group, and my Rumble account. Um, if I do if I do like the progressive system, like positive progressive, negative progressive, the bets, if I start with 25 and I start here with 25 in my local casino, some tables maybe $25, but soon they change it to 50. So I still keep it in 25, but most likely, most of the time it's going to be $50 per minimum bet. That's why I do the calculations for 25, but that also for 50. It depends on your local casino. What's the minimum? There are some casinos that have 20 as a minimum. some others $10, some others $5. I don't have any of those close to where I live. So you start with 25 and you're using a positive progressive or negative progressive. You start with 25, you double to 50, you double to 100, you double to 200, you double to 400, you double to 800, and you double to 1600. When you need to go seven, I recommend at least to have seven bets. That adds up to 3,175. Now, if the minimum bet is 50, then it's going to be 6,350 for you to have for seven. Now, this is not a guarantee that you will win 100% of the time. This is a work in progress, but if you want to try it, that will be my recommendation. If you have less than that, if you want to try it with less than that, you can do it. I have done it with less than that. But just to have an idea, what my recommendation is to have at least seven bets of 25. That's up to 3,175. And with the shoes that I play, you will see how much you will be able to make if that shoe you have played that shoe from the beginning. I always recommend to play the shoe the early to the beginning as possible. If it's from the first hand, from the first hand. If you want to allow some free hands, and in my local casino, they burn about 8 hands every time, and people don't like when you bet on the first hand and then you don't bet on the second or third. But I prefer from the beginning. So if I bet on the first one, I will have at least 8 bets, so I don't upset the table. That don't bet on the first 8 hands. I like from the beginning. There are some cases where there is a problem with the shoe at the beginning, and the first hand is very important. I've seen mistakes that have been made on the first hand. That probably the system doesn't record the first hand, and the first hand is key on this system because the first hand is the one that determines which strategy is the one that I'm using. And it can be mistakes made by the system or or the computer. I've seen situations where those screens that are in the casino that don't record certain hands, so you cannot rely on that because my strategy is like hand number one, number two, number three. Every hand has a number. If you skip a number in the system, if you look at just at the screen at the casino, you may not be following the strategy the way that I created it. So it's important to be at the table when the first hand is played, so you know for sure that that's a player, banker, or a tie hand. So what I do, this is I have three different systems, money systems. One that doubles every seven, one that is positive progressive. Only I double after the first win of a series. If I have a loss, but I have a win, then I will double the first win, and I keep that amount until the next time when I double. That is going to be one loss, one win, double on the second. Uh, for the second, I go for the second win. My positive progressive and my negative progressive don't have. I don't reset. What I'm looking for is to, if I lose some, when I start winning, I'm looking for a winning streak, and the bet is higher than those before, so I can get my money back. If I have been losing, I get my money back. With a double the bet every seven hands. In this case, hand number 1 through 7, I bet $25. Hand number 8, 50, all the way to 15, and then double again. This actually made to 14, then double again in hand number 15, all the way to the end of the shoe. The maximum amount to double is 3,200. I cannot double after 3,200. Usually, when the table is $25, the maximum amount for the table is 5,000. So I just keep it at 3,200. When it reaches 3,200, all the way down to hand number 81, it's going to be 3,200 if that's the case. Yesterday I played a shoe. The shoe I have two tie hands at the beginning. I have 35 players, 28 bankers, 13 ties for a total of 76 hands. And then that was two ties at the beginning. Then I had one, two, three, four, five. I won four hands in a row. So the double every seven, I won $100 in the first four hands, and then I lost number fifth, and then I was 75. But then hand number eight came, and I won that one. I won 50 because I doubled the bet at that moment. I won 50 because I had 275. I won 125, and that was the stop. When I have a loss and then I have a win, and with that win I reach my target, then I stop there. And the same stops happen with the positive progressive or the negative progressive. With the positive progressive, I won the first hand, I double it, I won 50 because I won the second hand. So I was up 75. I don't reset. I don't go back to 25. I keep the same bet amount. In this case, another 50. That was hand number, well, actually, the first two were ties. Hand number three was 25. Hand number four was 50. Hand number five was another 50. I also won that one. On this one, I reached my target here, but because I was in a winning streak, I don't stop. I continue. I won another 50. That was hand number six, and I was at $175. I keep playing because I'm in a winning streak. Then hand number seven, I lost 50. I lost 50. So when I lost 50, because I was at 175 less 50, I was at 125. So every time that I have a loss, I check if I have my target. If I have my target after that loss, then that is a stop. Um, on the negative progressive, I start with the two tie hands. Hand number three, I won 25. Hand number four, I have 25 for a total of 50. Number five, 25, 75. And hand number six, 25. I have 100. I lost hand number seven. So I was down from 100 less 25, that's 75, because the negative progressive, when I lose, every time that I lose, I double. I don't reset if I win, but then I double hand number eight, and hand number eight, I won 50 because I had won 75. I was up 75 plus 50 and back to 125. And that is a stop after one loss and then the one win. And with that win, I reach my target, then it's a stop. And here, this column is what it shows if I'm up or down. A positive number is a blue number, negative number, red or negative. So at that moment, I was up three hands. And on the double every seven, that was in hand number eight, where I reached my target, and I was up four hands. At the end of the shoe, I was five hands down. That means that from all the wins and all the wins and losses, I was down five hands on this shoe. That's why and that's why I have exits. I have to follow the exits. Those are according to the experiences that I have. I can increase. I can increase this amount to a higher bet amount. Start with more. If I have more, bankroll is more. I can do that. Um, or I can increase the number of units as my target. Right now, I'm doing it with 5 units. I may eventually go to 7, but I need to test them first before I can see how it's going to be. It's going to increase my profits, or it's going to make me lose. Make me lose. So as of right now, it's 5 units. If I need to increase my income, I just increase the minimum bet, but the bankroll has to be more. Again, for 3,175 with $25 minimum bet, that's 127. That is 127 units. That is a recommendation. If for to double every 7 hands, I recommend to have at least 49 units. $25 of 49 units is 1,225. That's according to the choose that I have played. The maximum amount of money was needed was like 750, but just to be a little bit safer to have enough money is at least 49 units. If it's $50, 49 units is 2,450. And those big high rollers, there are some high roll casinos that the maximum bet is like 15,000. If you want to use the system where negative progressive for positive progressive, what you can do is see how much is the maximum amount on that table, what's the maximum, and you divide that by 127 that to get the minimum bet. What will be the minimum bet? It has to be, in this case, 16. Let's say that is 16,000. The usually is 15, but just to make the numbers work here, we say 16,000. You divide that by 127, that is 250. You can start with 250, then with 500, then 1,000, 2,000, 400, excuse me, 4,000, then 8,000. There are some more high rollers. I've never been in those tables that more than 15,000, but there are some tables I don't know any about that because I don't get to those places. But there are some people that may be interested to try these strategies that have high band rolls. So I'm going to continue here. This is the strategy that the spreadsheet that I use to um, uh, for every shoe that I play. On this side, on the left side, I have a banker, excuse me, player, banker, and tie, and the total. This is the weight. The weight is how many on the first hand. How many I have? I have 92 that started with player, and banker. I have 76 that started with the banker, and 20 that started with the tie for a total of 188. That's before I played the shoe number 189 that I'm going to transfer the information in a moment to the other spreadsheet. So I have here the positive number is a player, negative number is a banker. Those are the strategies. And I have the weight. The weight is how more of that player or banker has been on that row. Then row number two is on the player side is negative 11. That means a banker. On the banker side, the second hand is player, is positive 5. And in the tie hand, the tie shoe is negative 3. That is a banker. And every hand is like that. And the strategy is here, a player, banker, and tie. So when I get the first hand, I copy the weight, and also I copied my play from the strategy that I'm going to be using. In this case was a tie. And I have accommodated these strategies. Uh, I give myself a little bit more players than bankers. According to the casino, there is an advantage of the banker over the player of 1.23%. And that's why they charge a commission. Usually it's a 5% commission, or a variation on the type of table with a Super 6 or a Dragon 7, something like that. Different variations of the shoe when the banker wins. Um, and I think that 1.23 or 1.26%, according to what they say, is a minimum advantage of the banker for them to charge the commission. That's why I like player better. The 1.23 is just one more hand out of 81. So avoiding the commission, that's why I give in these strategies a little bit more advantage to the player. If I have to go 50-50, I prefer to go with the one that I don't have to pay commissions. So that's why I have here seven more players that give me an 8.64%, or three more players here with the banker. Um, co- uh, with the banker is 3.7%. And when I finish every shoe, or um, I print this information and I post it in my website. My website is juancarlosmonsalve.com. Um, this is my website, Juan Carlos. And it says at the beginning, welcome to my Baccarat research site. Together we will observe new things. And I have some information about the, you can also make contributions through the website. Um, you see, you can use PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, Discover, or American Express. And the way to contact me as well. I have some information in regards to Baccarat, how the rules of the game, and also the history. You don't need to know the rules of the game. You just need to choose between player and banker. And if you want to put some money on the tie hand, you can also do that. But you don't need to know how the cards are dealt. That's done by the dealer. You just choose one side or the other. Some information, keep in mind, some information when I started my site in October of 2023. Um, and I have the current strategies. This information that I just show you. What it says, start with player, start with player, banker, or tie, because I have 92 more shoes that I've started with player. That's why I start with player every time. Banker 76 and tie 20. And I have this information is downloadable. You can download this information and you can download as a PDF form. You can print it. You want to use any of these strategies. This is the one that I used yesterday. That was January 18, 2025. And this page is a six page. Every 2 pages is a way. Is you don't need to use all six. Just choose page 1 and 2 is one type, 2 and 3 another type, and 5 and 6 another type. The first one and page 1 and 2 is hands number 1 to 43, and then I go to the next page. It's gonna be hand number 44 to 81. It tells you hand by hand. You wanna play. You need to play player or banker. That is if you like the entire word to be spelled out, banker or player. You go to page number 3. It's going to be the same strategy, but it's going to be with number 1 or number -1. 1 is player, -1 is banker. I have 3 additional columns here. This is also printable. You can print this information. You want to use it at the casino, you can. This is a type of game that you can take notes or write notes, and then you can use this information, take it to the casino, and use it there. You can make notes at here, 3 columns per type of shoe. You can fold it the way that you can use it. And this is page number 3, hand number 1 to 43, and then let's say the next page number 4. It goes from 44 to all the way to 81. And the page number five is the weight. You like to use the weight instead of, and you can make decisions on how you want to play. Zero, we see zeros here. That's what I convert. This is okay. And then we go to the next section in my website. Okay, we are starting the second 30 minutes recording. I tried to do it with the first 30 minutes, but I couldn't do it. So right now I'm in my website. This is the page where I have uh, open the last shoe that I played. Here it says January 18, 2025. And we went over these numbers already. I upload that information after I play. I upload the information, and this is only one PDF shoe that the one that I played last. It is 5 pages. You go from page 1 through page 5. You can download and print that information as well. And on this, and the last page, that's when it says how much money I needed to be able to play this shoe and not losing the money, not losing the bankroll. And it was very conservative. It's only I only needed $50 basically to be able to play, um, because it was only $25, and it was very easy. This is page 1 through 5, and then the downloads. I also upload the information here. So previous shoes that I have played are all available there. You can upload them there. The shoes to where I don't have a video, it says no video. In this case, January 4th, 2025, I recorded a video, so you can find a video either in a Rumble, YouTube, or Facebook and Facebook group. And also another one that I recorded was January. It was last week, January 12th. It's a no video, but yeah, I had a video for that one. So I have only room for a certain number of pages, and because I already reached my limit, the number of pages that I can upload, I'm deleting all shoes that I have played. Basically, those that I when I started back in October of 2023, I already deleted at least 30 shoes. Um, every page of these have 15, so you can still download them there. I still have the information that of the shoes that I play. I keep that information in my spreadsheets. This is the spreadsheet that I use to play. I have another spreadsheet where I keep all the games. I have in this spreadsheet, I have um, the different tabs on the bottom. It says all, player, banker, tie, results, player print, and player. And the all is all the shoes that I have played. It says that before yesterday, I have played 188. With the one yesterday saying 189, and I will bring that information in a moment. The shoe that I started yesterday started with a tie. Uh, I have room for 200 shoes that I'm going to be playing using this data. It's divided in three different sections. Section one, um, and where I have all the shoes, and that creates a strategy. It creates how many. If I add all the rows, number 1 through 81, that's when I see player is 1, banker is -1, and the tie is 0. If I add all the rows, it gives me a number. It can be a positive number or a negative number. A positive number is player, negative number bankers. That's when I convert these numbers into 1 or -1. And in player and banker, I'm converting the zeros into 1. So I play player on those. And on the bottom, it tells me the information about here. It tells me -1. This is the 1.23 banker advantage using the strategy. It's only 1 out of 81. That's why I say it's basically 50-50. One hand out of 81, more bankers than players. We're using all the data on the issue. I have played 188 shoes. If I use this data to play all my shoes, I will have won 735 more hands than losses. I have 79 more bankers than players. I have played 14,548 hands in those 188 shoes. Ties, I have 1,343 for a net number of hands is 13,205. That give me an advantage, or banking advantage was only 0.60. The ties, I have 9.23% ties, and the advantage of the 735 over the net number of hands, it gave me an advantage over the casino of 5.57. Using this strategy, only one strategy for all shoes, no matter what, it started with player or banker. If I have used this strategy for those, it would have been a 5.57% player advantage using this strategy. There is a maximum and the total amount of money. If I have applied the $25 minimum, I started with a 25 minimum bet. But what I discovered when I was doing this type of study is that when I split the player, when I start with player, banker, and tie, it goes from 735 positive hands to 1,365. That's why I have three different strategies per shoe. Actually, three different strategies for depending on what the first hand is on every shoe. So the second section on this spreadsheet, the second spreadsheet is um, when I compare the results of the shoe towards my current strategy. This is the current strategy using all the data that I have collected. In this case, in the second section, it tells me one is a win and a red is a loss. And if I go all the way down to the bottom, here it tells me a 6 is a positive. That means more wins and losses. When it's a red, it's more losses than wins. But you will see here I have more wins and losses. In this shoe, I lost 20 more losses. And on this one, I lost four more losses than wins. But most of them are wins. That's when I use only one strategy for all the shoes without splitting them. This is the section number two. This is the section number two, and then I go to the section number three, and the section number three, and this one may not be updated since I don't spend much time doing these formulas, or it may be because when I update the formulas, I copy the formulas to all the shoes. But the more shoes that I have, more scenarios appear. It gives me at the end, it tells me how much I would have won or lost using the stops. That's why when I am able to create a stop in the formula, that's what I'm able to verify if that formula how will have been for the all the shoes that I have played. This is with all the shoes. Then when I split them, I go here to the player tab and I do the same thing. All the shoes on the first section here, it says player on the first hand. And, and on the bottom, it tells me um, if I have more players than bankers. Blue is a player and red bankers. This is in the first section. So I can determine if it starts with player, I have more players or more bankers, and and the percentages here: 81 hands, nine, yeah, 81 hands, nine ties, 72 net hands, 2.78 the advantage of the banker, or who was more bankers than players. But on these that are blue, it tells me how many more players than bankers and the percentage. This is the first section. The second section, it tells me if I have a win or a loss. Blue is a win, red is a loss. When I compare the actual results of the shoe towards the current strategy, it tells me, and that's why I'm collecting more and more data because every time my goal is to have 2,000 shoes play and see how these numbers behave. I see some zeros here. It's a zero, that means that is even the number of players and bankers um, for in that row. Let's say in this row 33 is a zero. That means that is an even number, and I see that very often. Every time that they are even, there is even. That's why I consider that there is a even in with the cars. They try to do a balance. This is a balanced universe. So that's what I have that information from. On the second section, player one, bankers -1. And at the bottom, it tells me if it's a blue, that is more wins than losses. And I see some losses here at the end, but most of them are wins. Like in this one, 24 wins, 16 wins, 20 wins here, 12. And there are some reds that mean that losses. That's why I use the stops, because I cannot rely that if I play um, a flat bet all the time in one shoe, I ended up losing. That's why I do progressive betting and I have exits. And it's important to do those exits. If I continue playing, that's for sure I'm going to lose. I don't recommend to use these strategies online. I haven't tested the strategies online. I don't know anything about online gambling or online betting. I tried it a couple of times. It didn't do well. One of them, my information was compromised with a credit card, so I'm not doing online. I don't try it. I don't rely on computer generated shoes because I don't know if the computer generated shoes are the same as a real cards. That's why I use the real cards to create my strategies. Um, and section number 3 here, it tells me about the money, the money management, applying the formula, applying the stops, and those are the formulas that I have on every one of these on these shoes. It tells me how much I would have make if I have used the current formula towards all the shoes. There are some positive numbers here. Most of them are positive. Some are negative. Like here is a positive 250. That means that is 250 win. But the negative amount on that column was 150 in this example here. The lowest 150 plus the 200, that's when the 350 is here. This is what I needed to be able to survive those shoes. That information is for the regular negative progressive. I didn't haven't created, and I don't think that I will create a positive progressive. I like negative progressive better than the positive progressive. And the main reason is because this or any strategy that I can use, sometimes there is a chop, and the chop is better for a negative progressive than the positive progressive. So I like negative progressive better, but I'm testing those. Um, when I go to all the way to the end, it tells me the totals, how much money we have needed to be able to survive 100% of the shoes. Um, because this is not 100% that you will win if you use, according to the data that I have. And I cannot guarantee that the same behavior of my cars are the same as in every casino. There are some other things that we have to take in consideration. There are some energies and things that happen inside the casino, but most of the things are inside the cards. Um, In this case, I have highest amount was 48,100. Total profit 32,175. If I go to the banker side, also the same thing. The first section, the second section, it tells me one is a win, minus one is a loss. And on this section in the banker side, the first hand it says minus one because I'm playing the player on the first hand. That's why every on the second section it shows the first hand is a loss because I'm playing player on the first hand. The tie hand also has the first section up to 20. And with the issue that I started yesterday, I haven't brought the information here yet. It will change the numbers. And then the results page. This is the page where I have the strategies that I print. I print and I make that information available, but also I use this information to start my new shoe. Player print. This is the also it appears automatically. This is the one that I use because when I go to the casino, I only play shoes that start with player. I'm trying to specialize myself on studying player. Player banker start with tie, has different behavior, so I'm trying to specialize on shoes that start with player because I get more players when it start with player. And this tab where it says player, I'm using the seven hands. Increase my bet every seven hands or double my bet every seven hands. I'm doing the test here, and I already have the formulas there for this one. This is the one that I'm testing right now, and um, and if I go back to what it says here, all, I have here the totals. If I go here to all section number one, I compare the first all having only one strategy for all the formulas, or when I split them. I have the numbers here. Hands number of hands won if I have split them. 653 with the player side. Net players or bankers, 21 more players than bankers. On the banker side, it says 137 more bankers than players. And when it starts with a tie, I have more players than bankers. If I use that information, um, that's why I made this information available because if somebody may be interested to try them and see that if this behavior of these cars are the same as in the casino, you can use that information to create your own strategies. It shows here the advantage of the casino. It goes from 5.57 using only one strategy for all the shoes to 10.17% advantage over the casino using the player strategy with player, or the banker is 8.22 and the tie is 19.04 for an average of 10.34. 10.34, the average using these strategies. Um, and that's the information. I'm going to go ahead and update um, the current strategies with the results from yesterday. I go here to the column where it says winner, and I'm going to go ahead and copy this information, copy all the way from hand number 1 to hand number 81. Even if I don't have information from hand number 77 to 81, I still do copy. I go to the other tab, to the other spreadsheet where I have all. I go to the first section. It has to be on the first section because that's where the information goes from the results. I go to the first section in all. I go all the way to the end. I will work all the way to the end and I do paste. And I do paste special because those are our formulas. I don't want to bring a formula, I want just the numbers. I go, this one started with a tie, so I go to the tie tab and I bring that information as well. I go to the first cell on that row and I do paste special and I bring the information. The results only, but I bring the not the formulas. And then I go back and I copy the date and the first card. The first card yesterday was a nine of diamonds. I do copy. I go back um, to this and I do paste special. This is not a formula, but I like to do copy values only just to make sure that I get used to when I need to transfer just values that I don't bring formulas. Bring a formula can change everything. So when I do this, if I go all the way to the end, these numbers may have been affected with the new data, and this recalculates the entire shoe. When I do that, if I come to the results page, now before it says 188 shoes, now it says that it's 189. What I do here, I copy the first five columns from the titles all the way to from the titles, because these are the titles 92, 76, 21, 189 are the titles, and then the number 1 to 81 I want to include the titles. And those are formulas as well, so I just bring the data, I do copy, I go back oh, to the original. This one was from yesterday, January 18. I don't want to modify that. I save a copy, but I go to the MasterCard that is the same as the yesterday, and I go here. I just update the information for the master scorecard. I come to the first cell here. I do left click in my mouse and I do paste special and I just bring the values. And it increased to the number 189. And now I'm going to play shoe number 190. I'm not going to play, or I'm not going to record the play of today. I'm just updating this information, and I'm going to delete the information from the shoe that I played yesterday. I'm going to delete the data, but I delete the data on the master scorecard because that's the one that I use to start every shoe. I delete this information, and I also am going to delete the information for the way and my play. I'm going to clear this information. So I will be ready when I start playing. And I'm gonna play after I record this video. While I process the video, I'm gonna play my today, but it's not gonna be recorded. And now I clear the entire spreadsheet for the new shoe that I'm gonna be playing today. Um, and this information, I go back to my other spreadsheet. I go to the results page. This one is the one that it creates the brand new strategy that I print. I'm gonna print this one. I print this one. I go file, print, and I print the PDF because it's already updated. And I change the name. It goes to my and I change the name for the today's date, that is the 19th. This is the one that I will upload today after I play. It says 6 pages, and it will be available as well. It gets updated automatically. This is the update that I have for you today. For some people that don't understand exactly what I do, I'm going to try to do the same thing that I'm doing right now with the new changes, probably once a month. That will be one video. And remember, for all the scorecards, visit my website, juancarlosmonsalve.com. You can support my channel at Cash App, $ Juan Carlos Monsalve, or through PayPal at paypal.me// Juan Carlos Monsalve 12. Please access my YouTube channel and subscribe there at Juan Carlos Monsalve 1652. You can also join my Facebook group at Baccarat Research. On my Rumble account is jmonsalve32. And don't forget to give it a like to this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for future notifications, share the video with others. If you want to send me an email, you can do it through juancarlosmonsalve12@gmail.com. I hope this information helps you in any way to improve your play. You probably can use this information to create your own strategies, not only for Baccarat, but for other games. It may help you. If not, just keep watching. You will find there are some interesting things about the game and probably about life. You do this. I hope you like this. That's all for today. I appreciate you watching my videos. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Everything. Um, Thank you, and I will